Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go!
Ready? 10 logo.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. And that QB's track.
And go.
They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Ready, go.
And they try to sweep to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end, Cook. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's go. 30 base. 61. Matchbox lights. 5.
Throwing is Allen on third. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. First down, Bridgewater. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. On third down, Bridgewater. escape, and he goes down. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
70, Indy.
Strip that ball.
Come, 14, spell, 2.
Back around his goal line. Here's Allen. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. And he'll take it just outside the 40.
Come on now, let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On second down, it's Freeman. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally marked down at the 23. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 23-yard line.
Well, they put it all together on that one. Good vision, good blocking. A toss play to the left. How do you toss it?
Yeah, a toss is the underhand kind of egg toss. The pitch is kind of, if you're running the option, you pitch it end over end, correct?
Yeah, I agree
you're
totally.
The guy.
I agree totally. And in the NFL, we'll see a lot more tosses than pitches. Because if you're pitching it, you might lose your quarterback.
Absolutely. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. To throw, Bridgewater. This is caught. Watkins. They stopped short. Down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get it all the way home. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's second and goal. Second and goal from the 1. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his first touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A nice run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4. They'll come up now second and 4 from the 31. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. Well, you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Allen going to try and throw on third down. And brought in by the tight end Cook. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. Down.
2-yard gain. It's fourth down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Let's see what you got.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Check 56.
On second and 11 now. Bridgewater, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Uncorks one for Davis, and it's knocked away and incomplete. It was a safety, Rashad Jones, that time, who was able to break up the play.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Here's Austin. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now the toss to Jones, running right, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6, and now third down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
On third and long, it's Allen. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big 30-yard play on third. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. 3rd down here. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Allen to throw once more. This is caught by Jackson. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
9:51. Let's go, D.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bridgewater nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
3rd down. 3rd and 11.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
Line 36. Line 36. Coming to you. Coming to you. Watch 36.
From the gun, Bridgewater uncorks one for Dave. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 35.
Let's go.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. 2 minutes even in what's been a tight first half. 8-7 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Bridgewater. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Hey, defense, let's go.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a 4th down after the scramble.
But it brings up 4th down.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th.
Watch 36.
Now Bridgewater on 4th down. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Bridgewater now. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Check. Line 36. Line 36.
Bridgewater to throw it. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Sammy Watkins, as the first half is winding down, as the Ravens push further out in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Allen now to throw again. That's going to be caught by Samuel. A gain there of 21 yards. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. A final shot before half for Allen. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers or counter.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now Bridgewater uncorks one for... It got his man complete. The 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Vernon Davis hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Abram, the rookie from Mississippi State.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he hits the tight end. It's Davis. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. And on that last catch, Charles, he tops the 150-yard mark. It's one thing when your wideout gets that. When your tight end gets it, it's quite another.
We keep seeing the evolution of that position, don't we? Where we've seen where it's gone from strictly as a blocker to a guy who caught a few passes, to now an integral part of the passing game, sometimes the primary receiver, because a lot of these guys have wide receiver skills, and we're seeing that on display here. Just think about the guys of the past looking back at this game and saying, sure wish that was me. I'd love to have gone out for those types of passes.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. 20! He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Vernon Davis with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Jones. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Allen off the play fake. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that it didn't.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack on first down, Bridgewater, Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Intended for Jared Cook. Incomplete. Janoris Jenkins on the coverage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he finds Cook. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 21.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first down, Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. Throwing on 2nd down. Allen. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Deshaun Jackson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. To the air, Allen. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Watch 36 to Mike. What we got?
Here's Bridgewater. They're going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you...
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Austin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Vernon Davis, 59 yards. As the Ravens push further out in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
X3, 218, hit.
Now Allen throwing again. He's going to look deep, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jonathan Abram, the rookie from Mississippi State. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Bridgewater steps up, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really...
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Tyreek Hill with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Here's Bridgewater, and this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Looking to throw again on second down. Allen. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Allen now looks to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Steelers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Now Allen, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. Throwing now is Allen. This is caught by Jackson. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score defensively. How do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
And a Raven first down.
Bridgewater here to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now Bridgewater will lead the troops up to go for 2. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. 15 on it. 15 on it.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Mike's 50.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages.
Hey, 50-50. Mike 50. It's been a long day for you. Let's go.
To try again after the sack. Bridgewater. It's Hill. Complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Throwing. Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Bridgewater to throw for it on fourth. He is going to find Hill here. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout called.
It's a game of 23 yards. First down, Baltimore.
Took you out long. I don't think you have it on it. Mike 36. Mike 36. Watch 36.
Throwing here, Bridgewater. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Ravens, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the calendar changed October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of